my channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about time capsule reeds. This is a reed that is at my standard dimensions, but it is not doing what I would like it to do. Rather than force it to be what I want it to be, this is a reed that I just go ahead and set aside. By setting it aside, I know that I can come back to that reed and that as the cane has aged, it has hardened, and then this reed will be one of my favorite reeds.
Yeah!
The time capsule reeds are going to play flat. Not just a little bit flat, but on the whole scale on the range of the bassoon is just going to feel unstable and flat. Similarly, E and C sharp will sink in pitch and feel very unsteady. Also, the high notes will be very challenging to pick off with an articulation. All of these are elements of cane that is overly soft. Now, I do want to note that as you're doing this testing, you want to be sure that the reed wires are the correct amount of snugness. A reed wire that is too loose could simulate many of the examples of a reed that would be a time capsule reed. So do be sure that you are starting with a steady element. I know some bassoonists, when they have a reed that is unstable, especially on E and C sharp, are inclined to clip the tip. The reason on these time capsule reeds I don't do clipping the tip is because I found that with really soft cane, you start by taking 1 millimeter off and then the reed still doesn't feel exactly like you want it to, and then you take another millimeter off and another millimeter and another millimeter because you're trying to force the reed to be what it's not. By the time you've taken 4 millimeters off, sometimes the reed still plays flat overall, and you've changed your dimensions so much on the reed that you might as well have just used a shorter vocal, because the shorter the length is going to alter not only the intonation, but your overall setup. And if I have a reed that is the consistent length every single time, I know that my playing, the embouchure, is going to be steady each time. In order to store the reeds for best success and allowing the aging process to happen, I like to use ventilated boxes. On these ventilated boxes, I like to label them with the cane type, the shape, the mandrel that I used, and also which reamer I used. This helps me identify exactly the variables as I come back to this reed. Now, I will wait 6 months. Sometimes 6 months is enough to help some of the reeds that were ever so slightly unstable stabilize. For reeds that are extremely flat, I test them, and if at 6 months they're still not where I want them to be, I just set them aside for another 6 months. And if sometimes that's 2 years later, I found that those are the best reeds. So I hope this helps in your bassoon playing and that you have consistent practice so that each time you sit down, you are building positive skills and you know exactly what is causing the variables in your playing to do what you want on your artistry and your bassoon playing. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you don't want to miss any future videos, be sure to click that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!